please sit. I say, okay, stand. Then stand. You're ready to sit when I say so. Thank you. I can stand. Well, kind of, but the insurance covers me. Because I'm a crew member, I have to stand up once in a while. I sit as much as I can. All right. So how many of you, is this the first time to New York? Well, so you're both from New York and New York over there. Okay, well, welcome here, welcome here. Been tour guiding for 8 years. Before that, I was a land systems technician on Wall Street.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video from New York City. It's Monday, December 12, 2022, and right now it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 1 degree Celsius. And tonight we'll do this holiday light tour.
The emphasis is tour of Christmas lights and Christmas
and I hope you'll enjoy it. Basically, TOPVIEW invite me to do this ride, so I'm happy to be a part of this. I did it, I think 2019 last time, and I'm back here this year because I got a lovely invitation from TOPVIEW, so they're very kind enough to invite me. So I hope you'll enjoy it, and we'll be begin our ride momentarily. And this is our guide here in this bus. They had a live tour guide as well. Last time I think I did with big bus, but they doesn't had any live guide. But TOPVIEW, they had a live guide right now, and hopefully you will enjoy it. And if you just join, then kindly hit that like button for me, and feel free to let me know how is my video and audio quality. Hello Clary, Be Good, Cardon, Robin, Maria K, welcome Maria, Saffron, Kevin,
Fine art,
1954 Yankee, Ryan, Logro, Shibnad. And enjoy this guide. I will not talk much. Enjoy.
Tourists who come here just to see the museums. The Frick Collection, Fifth Avenue, the Whitney Museum, so on. But you know, there's one painting. This is Christmas, right? I don't know how valuable it is, but it must be up there for value because I don't know, it's the fifth or sixth.
Thank you, Red Chunk. I hope you guys can hear him clearly.
The original is here, about 6 miles that way. How many of you seen? Such a bad picture, but I'll do the best I can. Jesus at Gethsemane.
Hello, Happy Green, Anna, Clary, Ron TV, Jack the Green.
Jesus at Gethsemane. Alright, it's a common painting. Up there, kind of second or third to the Last Supper. Again, Jesus at Gethsemane, painted by Heinrich Hoffmann, a German, 1878. And the original is 6 miles that way. See it. Riverside Church, near Grant's Tomb, near Columbia University. Riverside Church, like 123rd Street, Riverside Drive. If you go to Grant's Tomb, which is a common site, Grant's Tomb, the church is across the street from it. Big cathedral, you can't miss it. Mr. Rockefeller. 1929, Mr. Rockefeller, a devout Christian, built his own church. He had the money. Tallest bell tower in America, 75 bells. It's official a Baptist church, but it looks like a Gothic European church. His wife was a Baptist. And Mr. Rockefeller bought the original. See it. It's alone in a room. Well, this painting is about a man alone in his predicament. But he's not alone. Priceless art. New York City. It's not just the Metropolitan and the Frick
and until January 1st, use this code SIPAT5 for get 5% discount on any TOPVIEW bus tour.
Plexiglass by now. I saw it 5 years ago. It's not in plexiglass. There's a priceless art. Millionaires and billionaires, Mr. Rockefeller. We'll see some of his buildings, such as Rockefeller Plaza.
This is a public library. We're starting from here, 42nd Street between 5th and 6th.
Yeah, well, we're not going into Times Square. We'll go near it.
Here we go, friend.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Top View Christmas Lights Tour. On the right is the museum, 1911. The main library. I'm sorry, the main library, not museum. I was talking about museum. 1911. The second biggest library in America. What is the biggest library in America for $300? It's the in Washington. Yeah, well, oh, you're supposed to couch it. What is the Library of Congress? Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be like, who is Nelson Rockefeller? That's sorry. Next time. But yeah, Library of Congress is the biggest, so we can't be number one in everything. There is something Christian and Christmas-like in that library. A Gutenberg Bible. An original Gutenberg Bible. 1534. Johannes Gutenberg. He played a key role in the Renaissance in the advancement of civilization. The printed book. Read about Johannes Gutenberg. There's a Gutenberg, New Jersey, about 4 miles that way. Little town named after one of the most influential men in history. Okay, that's how it worked out. Gutenberg Bible. It's in plexiglass. You can't check it out with a library card. Sorry. They'll let me, ask if you can see it. There's also in that, talk about precious documents, an original Constitution, handwritten. They didn't have Xerox machines back, handwritten copy. It's in that library too.
We are taking right from 5th Avenue and 42nd Street.
That H-shell type of pointed building, 1930, world's tallest building. Chrysler building. Looks like a rocket, a dart. 1930, world's tallest building. Next across there is Grand Central Station. See Grand Central. 750,000 people a day, as in 3/4 of a million. 750,000 people a day. Only 1/3 of them are passengers, 250,000. Metro North, Connecticut. The other 500,000 are just
Hello, Daryl. Welcome.
And tourists. Down the right, the Lions, decked out for Christmas. Reese's. The Lions, patience and fortitude. We call them patience and fortitude. In 1935, Mayor LaGuardia gave a speech in front of the library. We're getting through the Depression, everyone. We need patience and fortitude. Sense of Lions, patience and fortitude. Mayor of New York City from 1934 to 1945. He was actually born in Greenwich Village, Fiorello LaGuardia. On the right, the HSBC Bank, an Israeli bank. You'll see we'll pass a lot of international banks. French, Swiss, German. International city that we are. Left is a branch of the library. More of a takeout book, a quick way to take a branch of the main library, the annex on the left. And notice the Christmas lights and ornaments at the library and at these private corporations. Second floor, Christmas tree. Part of the season. Ahead is Macy's at Herald Square, the biggest department store in the world. 1902, R.H. Macy built the biggest department store in the world. It's still the biggest department store in the world. Here we are, like, 120 years later. The movie, Santa Claus at Macy's. Saw that movie, people thought he was just an old guy with a beard, and he's really, I'm really Santa Claus. Yeah, sure. Yeah. That night. Scaffolding on the left. Great opportunity to put up Christmas decorations. I've seen this on these scaffolding. I don't know why there's no decoration on those scaffoldings, but you'll see that. I don't think the builders and scaffolding companies really mind. Lord and Taylor, building from 1920. Lord and Taylor left. And again, get a chance, Macy's on 34th Street, Herald Square. 6th Avenue and 34th Street. Herald Square named after the newspaper, the New York Herald. Directly behind us, about a mile and a half, if you can see that lit up building with the red lights on top. Yeah, you may stand to see it. That is actually Queens on the other side of the East River. That area was not built up 30, 40, definitely not 50 years ago. Now, 15 high-rises, apartments and offices. New York expanded, starting in the 90s with Mayor Giuliani. 1993. Others examples of expansion from the 90s. There's some decompression with COVID and after COVID, but New York is starting to come back. Eating out, fancy restaurants on the left. Subway, yeah. Actually, Columbia University is related to Subway. I have time, I'll tell you about it. Columbia University, about 6 miles right. Now, we're on, probably on 40th Street and 6th Avenue. There's the biggest coming up. Ahead, about a 5-minute walk, is the world's biggest bus station. The Port Authority 8th Avenue bus station. 300,000 passengers a day. The Port Authority 8th Avenue bus station, a 5-minute walk ahead on 8th Avenue. 300,000 passengers a day, 40th and 8th Avenue. Mostly commuters from New Jersey. Greyhound, Trailways, Peter Pan. There we are working. There it is, making most of the stuff on the left. All the decorations all over. A note about scaffolding, construction sites, tearing down a building, building a building. You think it'll just be there for like a year. Some scaffolding is indefinite. 3 years, 5 years. Well, building codes. The city may tell the owner, until you repair that trim on the very top of your building, you must pay for this scaffolding. So yeah, 3, 5 years. So I've seen that. Those who are from New York have probably seen that too. Scaffolding, that's indefinite. About to turn to 6th Avenue and go north. 99 cent next to the smoke shop is a good whatever. It's $1. I mean, satisfaction for $1. Yeah, relative, but yeah. I'm hungry. I'll eat anything. $1 here. Even with the inflation we've had, it's still $1. I was thinking of that. Would it be $1.25 after the 8%? I'm not worried about it. Left is a Chinese bank. Bank of China. Bank of China left. And there they got their trees decked out with the lights. You'll see about 200 trees like that decked out with lights. And they're the green and red corkscrew of the Bank of China.
Thank you, Elle's Place. Thanks for your $10. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, I can see you right now. It's New York City Walking Show. Yes, yeah. The NYC Walking Show. I'm live right now.
All right. Now, further left 1 mile, just know about the Hudson River. Henry Hudson, 1609, an English sailor on a Dutch ship. 1609, Henry Hudson. The Dutch actually settled southern Manhattan in 1623. 1664, the British took this New Amsterdam, new name, New York, after the New York. Mile left is the Hudson River. On the right, Bryant Park, the shops, Christmas shopping, the stalls, the temporary stalls and stands, gives a party atmosphere. Hot chocolate, jewelry, greeting cards, assorted Christmas type of gifts made by on the right. And you see, these are temporary, so after New Year's, we take the stands down, and then in the summer, it's a park again. Further right, you'll see an ice skating rink. An ice skating rink. Bryant Park. During the summer, a grass lawn. So during the summer, sun tanning, winter, ice skating.
Where you are from?
William Cullen Bryant.
I have so many viewers from
Cullen
Ohio,
Bryant.
Cincinnati.
He was an industrialist in the 1840s, 1850s.
No, not only.
He was a benefactor of learning and reading.
It's nice meeting you.
Benefactor of the library system in New York. William Cullen Bryant was an abolitionist, 1850s as well, anti-slavery. Bryant Park. Right, and there's a Christmas tree in that market. This far on top. New York, Tokyo. Further left, that is Times Square. For the world's biggest theater, the biggest theater district, 40 theaters, the biggest New Year's, a million people, biggest New Year's celebration, biggest billboard, you'll see it, Bryant Park Hotel, the world's biggest billboard. Steinway on the left, Steinway pianos. We're going fast with the traffic, we can't go, I'm trying to fit it all in. All right, if you want to stand, you got a moment to stand and photograph. Steinway Piano Factory, 3 miles left of Queens. Well, it's left, but the point is it started in Steinway, Queens, the piano factory. And their piano showroom is behind us left. Now back to Times Square and the biggest theater district, New Year's, biggest billboard. The most, also number 4, the most billboards in any one area. The most billboards in any one area. Times Square. They're also the most expensive billboards. A few thousand a day, 300,000 a month, $1 million a month, $1.5 million a month, depending on the sizes, you get more frequency. Most expensive billboards. And it's near the world's biggest bus station. see on television, come here live. And see live performance. My 10 days ago, my daughter and her boyfriend and other daughter went to see Phantom of the Opera. I just remember it cost $340 for 3 of you. Well, Dad, don't you know anything? All right, okay, I guess, yeah. Broadway shows, live. Her boyfriend never went to a live show before. She took him, culture. And she thinks she's smarter than I am, too. Imagine that. Okay, so. On the right, we're coming up to the Diamond District, and on the left, we're coming up to Fox News. Media. New York is the East Coast media capital. Los Angeles, the West Coast. CNN, Fox, CBS, NBC will pass those studios. Saturday Night Live, for instance, is a big one. The Marsh McLellan building on the right. Corporate oversight. Deloitte & Touche, another corporate overseer. They got their building 10 blocks ahead on the left. Corporate headquarters. There's more Christmas ornaments on the left. All these buildings do that. Snowflakes on the left. The snowflakes on the left. And there's a menorah there. Hanukkah starts on December 18th. All right, everyone, you got a moment to stand and photograph or change seats. Coming up and right again is that Diamond District. 90% of America's diamonds passes 47th Street, ahead right, the Diamond District. You buy an engagement ring in Ohio, Oklahoma, California, Diamond District. There it is. Every 2.5 days is $1 billion in exchanges. Left, the Fox News building. Fox News in the morning. Steve Duffield. John Kennedy. Fox News left. Also left, the McGraw-Hill building. You know, textbooks, math book, McGraw-Hill left. And there's their Christmas ornaments. All right, you got a moment to stand and photograph. So McGraw-Hill left, a building from 1966.
Thank you, JP Les. Thank you. Thanks for your $5. Appreciate that.
Is a competitor to McGraw. Simon Schuster. New York is a publishing capital. So left McGraw-Hill, right Simon Schuster. Well, folks, if I get a chance, I'll photograph you too. So I don't have to take a struggle selfie. All right, everyone, please sit down. And there's a Fox newsroom behind us left. Lit up. Left is Standard Oil, Exxon, Standard Oil. And right, Rockefeller Plaza. You see that Mr. Rockefeller liked Greek mythology. right, Rockefeller Plaza. And the Christmas ornaments of the Standard Oil building. Rockefeller Plaza, 6,000 seats, the biggest theater in the world. The Rockettes, each of those dancers, those ladies do 300 kicks. Left, the Time Life building, Time magazine, Time Life books, left. The Time Life building, left. Time Life, McGraw-Hill, Simon Schuster, publishing. Scholastic magazine is about 30 blocks behind us. Publishing, books, Harcourt Brace, so on. So back to Rockefeller Plaza of 1933. The name Rockettes actually comes from a dance group in Missouri. The producer of
the original price for this ride is $89, I guess, but they are now on sale, $59. But if you use my code SIFAT5, you will get extra 5% off until January 1st.
Saturday Night Live, the studio for Saturday Night Live. All right, we went fast. Left, the UBS building, a Swiss bank. UBS. You work for UBS. Okay. Toronto Dominion building, right. They have their big building next to Grand Central now. And left, Credit Agricole, a French bank. Right, the CBS building. Right, that black building, right, is a CBS building, broadcasting. NBC, CBS, CNN, we'll see in 5-10 minutes. All right. I got a minute. I'll photograph you. Quickly, give me your camera. I'll photograph you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
What are we doing?
I'll just photograph you. Here we go.
Make us look really good.
You're perfect. Oh, you mean
It's just a friendly person.
There we go.
Thank you.
No problem. All right.
Oh my God. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, most of the New York City tour guides are very knowledgeable and they are indeed very polite. So I highly recommend if you want to book any tour guide from New York City, you can do so.
Head left. AV Corporation and their Christmas trees and ornaments. The Ziegfeld's movie theater. And on the right, the Warwick Hotel. It's been there since 1929.
No, there is no one on the lower deck. This is just on the top. Hey Lena, welcome. How are you,
down
Lena?
Right, if you get a chance, the Museum of Modern Art. Their hours, I guess, they open 8, 9. You can, they have a website. MoMA, Museum of Modern Art, MoMA. You can go to the Metropolitan, the Frick Collection, the Museum of Natural History for dinosaurs and bears, lions, tigers, and bears. The movie Night at the Museum, Natural History. Statue of Teddy Roosevelt with the Indian, well, anyway, that's gone. But there is a statue of Teddy Roosevelt. There is a statue of Teddy Roosevelt in that museum. Further right, the Bell Labs building, the AT&T building, right. Also, I'm saying, these corporations we see all the time. McGraw-Hill, Standard Oil, Fox, AT&T. ago, New York City, according to Forbes magazine, 103 billionaires live in New York. Now, according to Forbes magazine, 103 billionaires. That includes the billionaires who don't actually live here, like a billionaire from China has an apartment here. He's included. On the right, in one of the sky rides, the pencil building we call it, 437 Park Avenue. At 437 Park Avenue. 437 Park Avenue. A penthouse sold for $169 million. 9 months ago. Penthouse, $169 million. It's 3 floors, I don't know, 9 bedrooms, something like that. Goes all around the whole top 3 floors. There's other apartments in these billionaire row, the billionaire row we call it, for 40 million, 30 million, if that's. Remember you two guys, $1 billion between the two of you. 25 years. Buy your mom a condominium here. And ahead is Central Park. Central Park, the world's most famous park. 42 million visitors a year. Built between 1858 and 1874 by 2 landscape architects, Calvert Vaux and Frederick Law Olmsted. They built other parks around the United States. One in Brooklyn is Eastern Parkway. The same 2 guys. 18 entrances, 843 square acres. Man-made lakes. All the lakes are man-made except for one at 110th Street and 5th Avenue. The reservoir, the freshwater reservoir, drinking water, 1 billion gallons of drinking water in Central Park. Now behind us is Columbus Circle, statue of Christopher Columbus, 1892. Built by the Italian-American community, 1892. For the 400th anniversary of 1492, Christopher Columbus. And also behind there's a Time Warner building at Columbus Circle, CNN. At the Time Warner building, a block behind us, about 5 minutes behind us, is CNN. Their news building, CNN Broadcasting, at the Time Warner building. Also, the memorial for the Spanish-American War. 1898 Spanish-American War Memorial, the Maine. Columbus Circle. The meeting of 8th Avenue with Broadway. Now back to Central Park. You know, around Central Park, it's unique, is this granite wall. That's how Calvert Vaux and Frederick Law Olmsted decided a granite wall around all 843 square acres. A boating pond, a carousel, open field, sheep meadow. Sheep used to be on there up until 1925. Horseback riding. It's not the biggest park in New York City. It's number 4 actually. 2 parks in the Bronx are bigger by square acreage. Pelham Park and Van Cortlandt. It's in Staten Island, about 14 miles south, is the Greenway, which is more acreage. But nevertheless, Central Park is the world's most famous. It's Hollywood's favorite park. Well, New York City is Hollywood's favorite filming location. Made in Manhattan, Men in Black, You've Got Mail, Godzilla, Independence Day, Ghostbusters. More movies starring New York City than anywhere else.
Home Alone
Hollywood's
2.
favorite filming location. More than Los Angeles, more than anywhere. So every movie in New York has at least one scene of Central Park, making Central Park Hollywood's favorite park. One of those come to think of it moments. We've seen TV and movies enough, right? Independence Day, You've Got Mail. My wife and daughter's like You've Got Mail. Ghostbusters, my son and our wife. But in any case, Central Park's in all those shows. New York City decided we need a park. New York City is getting bigger. So the mayor and the board and contributors in New York City, the board of directors of the mayor decided, you know what? We can't just have wall-to-wall buildings. We need a park. Central Park, the idea for it came out in 1852. Building it began in 1858. 1874, completion pretty much. The Civil War interrupted further building. Dynamiting to break up stone. Enough dynamite that was, or TNT that was used at the Battle of Gettysburg by the Northern forces. On the right is the Plaza Hotel, 1907. 323 apartments. Well, a third of those rooms are actually condominiums. Of those 323 rooms, 1/3 are condominiums. 2/3 of those are hotel rooms. So the business model of the Plaza is not purely a hotel anymore, but nevertheless, the Plaza Hotel. There's a book, Eloise at the Plaza, and a movie, Home Alone at the Plaza Hotel. There are more Christmas ornaments there at the Plaza. And yeah, there's scaffolding there too. Left the statue to General Sherman. Civil War. He's from Ohio, but he died in New York. General Sherman, who saw the movie Gone with the Wind? You know, marching through Georgia, the Northern Fort, that was him. General Sherman lived the last 8 years of his life in New York. He died 1891 at the age of 71. The statue dedicated 1903. General Sherman is actually born in Missouri, where he really lived most of his life as a young man and a kid. Although he's from Ohio originally, hence fighting for the North. General Grant lived in New York. The last 3 years of General Grant's life was in New York City. General Lee, Southern Forces. He was stationed at Fort Hamilton, 14 miles south, for 7 years. So General Grant, General Sherman, General Lee, were all part of the New York City scene at some time in their lives. On the right, more ornaments. A statue to water, goddess of water. Now I like the Christmas hanging balls they got there. That's really sort of like 5 feet in diameter. And there's, you can see General Sherman led by the Angel of Victory. Go there when you get a chance. Further left 5 blocks is the zoo. The Central Park Zoo is 5 blocks left. The Woman Ice Skating Rink is also 4 blocks left. I had right the General Motors building. 1967, the General Motors building. All right, we're going to move in a moment. And at the General Motors building is the Apple store. A big Apple store. You see the Apple box head right? Underneath is the Apple store. iPads, Macs. Oh, there's a nativity scene from the Catholic League on the right. Motel 7. Bergdorf Goodman, left and right. Both buildings left and right, built in 1930, Bergdorf Goodman. One is 1929, the other is 1930, but in any case, Bergdorf Goodman, left and right. And look at the ornaments, okay everyone? You have a moment to stand, and there are the Christmas window dressings on the right at the Bergdorf Goodman.
Look at this huge star. This is a new installation at Fifth Avenue near the Louis Vuitton and Tiffany & Co. This star is brand new for this holiday season for the first time. Wow, I'm shocked to see this. I mean, it's a snowflakes, I guess. It's not a star, it's a snowflakes. But look at that.
Okay.
So amazing.
And there are the Christmas snowflakes above. All right, everyone, please sit down. Please sit down. We're back on 57th Street, Billionaires Road. Remember you two guys. Those silver buildings on the right, the very top apartments, are higher than the observation deck at the Freedom Tower. You know, 7 miles ahead Freedom Tower. Left is Tiffany's. 1929 building Tiffany's. On the left, Mr. Trump decided to name his fourth kid, his daughter, Tiffany, because he was next to Tiffany's. Hence, what do we name him? Tiffany's. Here. She got married a month ago, I think. People magazine stuff, my wife me too. Now there's an interesting note about Mr. Trump and Mr. Obama and Hillary. Know that Mr. Obama used to live 4 miles behind us? In 1981 to 1985, Mr. Obama was an undergraduate at Columbia, and he was a corporate intern near the UN. Mr. Obama and Mr. Trump once lived 4 miles apart, 1983, 1984. And they didn't know each other then. But nevertheless, they live 4 miles apart. And Hillary lives 25 miles behind us. In 2016, President Donald and Hillary lived 25 miles apart. This may be the only time in our lifetimes two presidential candidates live near each other in the same state. No, I'm not saying who to vote for, just MapQuest facts. And with that, back to Armani on the left. Jewelry store. High-end shopping is between 60th Street and 42nd Street on 5th Avenue. Buy a watch for $2,000, a diamond necklace for $20,000. The Presbyterian Church, 1895, on the right.
Did you get them? It's sad.
It's very sad. Especially after pandemic, the number of homelessness is increasing in New York City.
Watches,
Like a
left,
rocket.
the mango,
Yeah. Because I live
high-end
I
shopping,
live in
5th
here, so
Avenue.
So you know.
I never seen that many homeless before. Yeah, very sad.
Head right, the famous Peninsula Hotel, 1928. we're good? Okay, everyone please sit. The famous New York club, right, 1910. And left is the Citibank building, 1974 with the slant on Lexington Avenue. Coach store, Stuart Weitzman, and the Microsoft store, ahead left. And their big Rubik's Cube on the street. And right, St. John Thomas Episcopalian Church. Now, note about electronics, cell phones, right? iPads, Androids. This is according to SANS.org, a technical teaching firm. 30% of cellular devices are iPads, Macintosh, 70% Android. Android costs about half as much, so it has most of the market. In the desktop market, according to SANS.org, Mac is only 5%. PCs, 90%. You walk into office, it's PCs. The other 5% is Linux, Unix. Upper East Side Manhattan, it's something like 50% of the homes are Macintoshes. But the rest of America, 5% of the homes are Macs. Again, that's according to SANS.org. Salvatore Ferragamo, left. And right, Zara, an Israeli designer, right. Cartier, there's a story about the Cartier building left. Cartier left. 1917, a man named Morton Flint was an industrialist. That was his home. Cartier wanted that building, 1917, to expand his jewelry store. So Mr. Plant said, well, I'll tell you, Mr. Cartier, I see you got a pearl necklace that my wife really wants. Give me that necklace, I'll give you my house. Trade. And for that pearl necklace, Cartier got that building. I don't know if they paid sales tax on that, but in any case. Bartering, goods for goods. Even Nike has a story.
Thank you so much, Steve. Appreciate that. Have a wonderful night, Steve. Thank you.
Now there's other parts of the Upper West Side, Upper East Side, Soho, south of Houston, Greenwich Village. Tomorrow I'm giving a private tour on restaurants in Greenwich Village. So, there's 101 plus particular things to do here and see. Now, if you ever go to the Upper East Side, there's a lot of consulates there, and the former mansions built in the 1890s, 1905. The Swedish consulate, the Italian consulate, the French consulate, the Hungarian consulate. That's because the children and grandchildren of these industrialists were uninterested in living in a mansion. Or in like 1950s, 1960s, the families fell behind in taxes. Property tax, and so the government took the building, the taxman took the building, federal or city. State Department took over, consulates. That's why there's so many consulates in the Upper East Side, because a lot of these mansions inherited from families, they felt uninterested in living in a mansion. So
Hey Deborah, thank you so much. Thank you Deborah, and have a wonderful night. I loving this ride, and I want to thank you TOPVIEW for inviting me. Really appreciate that, and enjoy.
Armani left. And right is Dyson. It's big red decoration. Okay. Head left is St. Patrick's Cathedral, built 1858 to 1872 by the Irish community. St. Patrick's, the Irish community, began building 1858. Like Central Park, the Civil War interrupted construction to 1872. The biggest Catholic church in New York, the seat of the Catholic Church in New York. Go there. Again, it's a house of God. It's not a museum. That's something we know. Go to Mass there. You know, if that's your religion, to put it that way. I'm Jewish. I go to synagogue 12 times a week. And there's the Christmas lighting of and left there's a mailbox behind us. Well, made believe to be a mailbox. All right, we're going to see the tree in a minute on the right. There's a red light here for us to photograph St. Patrick's. Gosh darn it, couldn't stop in front of the church. 1930, Saks Fifth Avenue.
Chang Diamond, thank you so much. Thanks for the support. Happy holiday, Chang Diamond. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Saturday Night Live, Dr. Oz, The Jimmy Fallon Show, NBC Studios right.
Okay, Clinton, thank you so much. Thanks for your generous support, and make sure that you use my code SIFAT5 for 5% off, and I will add the link in my video description box after I end this live stream, and make sure you book the ticket from there if you want. I'll put the link in my video description box as soon as I end this live stream. Thank you, Clinton, I appreciate that, and enjoy your tour to New York City.
All right, you have a moment to stand and photograph.
This is really a fun tour. TopView has several types of tour, like they had a North Pole Express tour. If you had a kid or something like that, you can book that tour. They had an onboard Santa elf, and they will provide you a blanket, a cup of hot chocolate. That is North Pole Express, TopView.
Coming up right again is a Diamond District between 5th and 6th Avenues, 47th Street. With the lights. Left is the Helmsley Building, red and green. Built in 1922, the Helmsley Building, part of Grand Central Station. The Barnes & Noble. Now the Barnes & Noble was founded by an NYU graduate in 1969, Leonard Riggio. He set up a bookstore. He actually bought a bookstore owned by Mr. Barnes and Mr. Noble, and Mr. Riggio made it into, well, a national name. You can barely see the Toronto Dominion building, the blue top, completed 2 years ago. And on the left, we'll see Grand Central and the Pan Am building, now the MetLife building. 1962 Pan Am building. There it is left. Now the Pan Am went out of business in 1990, and MetLife took over the building. There, Grand Central left. Again, Grand Central, 750,000 people a day. 44 train platforms. The Grand Central has the biggest mistake in New York City. The stars, the astronomy ceiling, is a mirror image of our stars, and we still don't know, is that a mistake? The architects told the owner it's the way God sees the stars. Sort of like painting a room the wrong color, but living with it. But none of us have done that, right? The United Nations is 1 mile left. United Nations was built 1953. The United Nations actually started in New York 1945 at the end of World War II. United Nations building, 1953, a mile left at the East River. And again, on the right, the library with Bryant's Patience and Fortitude. Visit Grand Central. Look at the stars, a mirror image of our astronomy. And we still don't know, is that a mistake? Outdoor dining, a note on that. I eat that way. Halal food, pretzels. The one catch is you eat standing like a horse. If you want to eat out relatively cheaply, 9th Avenue. On 9th Avenue is about a 15-20 minute walk right. 200 restaurants between 42nd and 60th Street, 200 restaurants, 9th Avenue. Chinese, Italian, you'll find something. And I guess more or Christmas ornaments and Christmas trees.
So this ride is approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes. We are heading toward our end destination.
Numbered streets began 1811. For those who know the area, Houston Street, about 2.5 miles left, is a last name street. William Houston owned most of the land there, 1795. 1811, New York numbered streets because we ran out of names. Really just ran out of names. We reserved some names like Lexington Avenue and Madison, but other than that, New York has the biggest numbered street system in the world. Manhattan, Queens, so on. Highest number is 263. 1st Avenue, 8th Avenue, 29th Street, 96th Street, so on. The blocks are around 250 by 700 feet. Very symmetrical, perpendicular, parallel. It's not the first numbered street system. The Roman Empire, ancient China, had numbered streets.
So
nevertheless, the biggest numbered street system.
You can check out the TOPVIEW website for the latest update about the price.
Why is Broadway an angle? Why is Broadway an angle? See a map of Manhattan? Latitude, longitude. Well, here's why. The American Indians had their own path through Manhattan. It's a Native American way for like 1,000 years. The American Indians followed the North Star. Broadway is true north. Again, the latitude, longitude map of Manhattan. Manhattan tilts 15 degrees. Broadway is true north. The American Indians followed the North Star. Every 10 blocks, Broadway intersects at Parallel Avenue, creates these big open areas like Union Square, Herald Square, Times Square, Columbus Circle, 72nd in Amsterdam, and so on. Broadway and the numbered streets. Now, a little bit about New Jersey. Mile and a half ahead. Go to Exchange Place in New Jersey. There's a subway called the Path. It's a great site of Manhattan. A subway called the Path. World Trade Center, one subway stop on what's called the Path, Exchange Place. I actually give a tour of New Jersey too, but I'm not going to do that now. New Jersey got its name from one man from Jersey, England, George Carteret. 350 years ago, 1670, George Carteret owned most of the land on the other side of the Hudson. Between New York and Philadelphia is George Carteret's land. And George Carteret was born in Jersey, England. This little island with like 200 people on it or something like that. New Jersey. New York, New Jersey. It's a big invention in New Jersey that you probably use 10, 20, 30 times a day. Oklahoma, right? What's your telephone area code? 405. All right, where are you from? 7 that New York telephone area code. 212-646. All right, back to New York, 718. The telephone area code is invented 12 miles ahead. The American-Canadian telephone grid. The American-Canadian telephone grid after World War II. Now, 1947, now the Bell Labs is always in northern New Jersey. Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison, 130 years. After World War II, 1947, the phone company wanted a fast way to make a long-distance call without an operator. 3 3 digits in front of a 7-digit number. So that's why New Jersey has the world's first telephone area code, 201. Washington, 202. Connecticut, 203. Manitoba, Canada, 204. You must have picked that out of a hat. New York, 212. Los Angeles, 213. Chicago, 312. Toronto, 416. The city's got the 1 in the middle because a 1 was less time on a dial than a 0. For those who remember, I mean, my kids in their 20s, it doesn't register with them that the middle digit was a 1 or 0 until 1995. In my other life as systems tech, I talk about these things. If I have time, I'll tell you how a cell phone works in New York City, but, you know, my wife told me not to bore people. The Empire State Building, if you see it, in 1931, world's tallest building in the world for 40 years. And there again, Bank of China Building, left and right, Bryant Park. We're almost done with the ride. Ladies and gentlemen, also, at the end of the ride, whatever money you give the driver and I are 50-50. We appreciate it. Thank you. So, you know, go to Central Park, walk through Times Square, eat on 9th Avenue. If you get a chance, go to New Jersey Exchange Place. That Path subway was built in 1908. It's old. Our first subway is 1904. Numbered streets, Broadway the Angle, Central Park, the Plaza Hotel, the GM building, all the Christmas shopping on 5th Avenue, United Nations, Chrysler Building, Grand Central Terminal, the world's biggest bus station, Henry Hudson, New Amsterdam, New York. And also the Rolex store to their left, clocks around the world. London, Tokyo, New York, and so on. 1888 Missouri. Passing the Bank of America building. And behind us, the Reuters building, the Bloomberg building, the major corporations, Rockefeller Plaza, the tree, ice skating, movie stars, the second biggest home for celebrities, #1 Los Angeles, movie making. Ladies and gentlemen, one moment, don't get up yet. And thank you. Get off that.
Awesome. It was lovely meeting you.
It was nice meeting you.
And I do the same thing live every day from New York City. So if you just,
I'm going to be on your channel.
yeah, perfect. Every day you will see me from
Okay.
New York City.
And your name is
Sifat.
Safon. Okay.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You too.
So I hope you guys enjoy this ride. So basically, it's pretty decent ride. I would not say that it's super great, but it's okay if you're first time in New York City. You might do that, so you will know more stuff about New York. But if you are just do it anyway, you can do so. It's not a bad ride. But the only thing I could say to improve to TOPVIEW, basically they can extend this tool towards Lincoln Center or 34th Street, then it would be amazing. Other than that, it was a lovely ride.
All right,
Thank you
sir,
so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You are
for coming.
amazing guide, and everyone is loving you.
All right, whatever
you
you
so
give, we
much,
appreciate
yeah.
you very much.
Have a wonderful
See,
day.
now I am the guy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, here is the bus, and I also did tip him. For those who are wondering if I gave him a money or not, yes, I did indeed. Before I get out from the bus, I hand over some generous support to this guy because he's amazing. And Thank you so much everyone for joining to this video from New York City. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will end this live stream right here for today, and I will hope to see you all tomorrow. And till then, stay safe, stay positive, and I will add a link in my video description box so you can purchase the ticket from there if you want. I will not get any commission from there. This is the link basically TOPVIEW provide me, so they can know that how many people book through me. I will not get any commission to promote them or if you buy anything from them. Other than that, if you use my code SIFAT5 until January 5th, January 1st, you will get extra 5% off as well. And thank you so much, John PS30, for your generous support. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. And it is indeed freaking cold, and I also apologize if I can't greet you. It's just not nice if I just continue talking while this guide was talking. So I let him provide the tour, but I will back with my regular guide tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye bye. It's freaking cold.